Welcome to flight number 1 for Pete.
Yep.
Okay, traffic, helicopter.
Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're just listening to the Butler County radio.
Butler County.
Are you comfortable, Mike? Is it too hot, too cold?
I'm good.
Okay. So the radios are on. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get the weather. So that's this
Butler
frequency.
County Regional Airport.
Automated weather observation 1457 Zulu. Wind 300 at 06. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 01 Celsius. Altimeter 3003.
003. So we'll just adjust that. And we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Is this camera on? There's a red light right
Yeah.
here? Okay, we're good then. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll forward, and I'm going to do a little bit of a brake check. So there's the right brake, and there's the left brake. So the brakes are good. So Pete, keep your feet on the pedals and just follow along with what I'm doing.
All right. 29er, full stop, Young Eagle flight.
And so now what I'm doing is we're going to turn left, or we're going to turn right up here.
Turning downwind, forward, number 2 for touch and goes.
So now all I do is I push the right rudder pedal, the nose goes to the right, and I add a little bit of power. And this is why we need the sunglasses. So what I'm doing now is I'm just watching to make sure nobody taxis out in front of us, just like we would normally do in a car. You know, we consider these like little streets. Alright, we're clear on the right, clear on the left, out we come. This airport is an uncontrolled field, so there's no control tower, so we can take off and come and go without permission.
Flying that jet.
Right?
Butler County, 8 Yankee Delta turning base, to final, 29er, full stop, Butler County.
What's really cool is these runway lights, you can control by keying the microphone. So when you come out here at nighttime, you can actually click on the mic and it turns the lights on and off.
Full stop, Butler County.
So there's an airplane landing right now. So what I'm doing right now is, you see the yellow line? Basically what I'm doing is I want to make sure that my feet are, to know if I'm left or right of the yellow line, all I'm doing is making sure I'm straddling it. So right now, I'm on the center line. So go ahead, put your feet on the pedals, and just practice. So if you want to go right, and if you want to go left, you just press a little bit to the left. So let me slow it down a little bit.
All right.
All right, so go ahead and give it a little bit of, there you go, a little to the right, a little more right, now a little to the left. All right, yeah, hold it right there. So you're taxiing us right now, so more to the right. That's all there is to it. More to the right. There you go. Back to the right a little further.
Butler County, Diamond 158, Mike Alpha, go around, 129.
All right, let's go over to the right a little further. There you go. Now, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It takes a little getting used to. This is what you're doing right now is one of the hardest things for people to get the feel of. So the next thing we have to do is we have a checklist we're going to follow. So flight controls, check. So we're going to make sure they're free and correct. So what we do is we're going to move our controls this way. We look over there, make sure that aileron goes up. Over my right shoulder, I make sure the aileron is down. I pull back, make sure the elevator goes up and down, which it does. And then I come over to the right, make sure that that aileron goes up, and this one over here goes down. And then I also do the rudder check where I move the rudder pedals back and forth. We'll just put this up. The next thing we do is we take the power to 1700. So I keep my feet on the brakes. So the power's coming up. So there's 1700. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a magneto check. So we're going to turn the key to the right, get a small drop in the RPMs. We go back to both, it recovers, and then we go to the left and another small drop in RPM, and then back to both. The other thing we're going to do is check our amp meter. So that's showing we're charging. Our suction is showing it's in the green, which is powering these two instruments right here. I'm going to set this instrument to the compass, which is right there. And then this instrument, I can adjust the little airplane. So I'm going to put the airplane on the horizon. This, I can't do any adjustments here. And this one's already set. And then power back to idle. Let's see, I think that right there. Alright, so they just landed. So our pre-takeoff check is complete. All I have to do next is go ahead and put the mixture of rich all the way. Down here is my trim, so I make sure that the white line is set with that white line. Are you guys ready to go?
Ready.
Alright, let's go. Feet back, and what I'm going to do is pivot the airplane a little bit. Butler County traffic, Cessna 625 to Delta, taking on runway 29er, departing to the north, Butler County. So what I'm going to do is we're going to taxi out here, and then we're just going to line it up on the center line.
Butler County traffic, Diamond 15 Mike Alpha. On the go, runway 29, remaining in the pattern, Butler County.
Okay, so that guy in front of us is staying in the pattern. Alright, so what I'm going to do is line up on our center line. Go ahead and use your left hand here. And just, what I want you to do is, you keep your feet off the rudder pedals, but you can feel what I'm doing here. Okay? So when we get to about 50, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back on this, and we're going to start our climb. Alright?
Alright.
So keep your left hand on the control column. Alright, here we go. Well, let's take off. So our airspeed is moving, our airspeed is alive. One last check of the engine gauges, they're in the green.
Butler County, Diamond 15.
We're coming up to the 50, so pull back.
29 for touch and go to Butler County.
Oh, nuts. Let go with just left hand. Okay, hold it right there. Alright, so you're looking out front. Now let's just hold it right about there. And what we do is we just keep the controls to keep our wings level. And we're actually pitching up to maintain the airspeed right about there. What do you think? Pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's sunny out, it's a little bumpy right now. And so we're going to climb up to about 3,000 feet.
Alright.
So what I'm doing is I'm looking out at the horizon, and like I'm just pointing towards kind of the water tower right now. You were flying. That's what I was showing you. So keep your left hand on there.
58 Mike Alpha, turning on base for 29.
Pete, what I was showing you was, like, that's all it takes. Look, my hands aren't even on the controls. That's how, so move it a little bit. Just see how easy it is just to make small adjustments.
Yeah.
Alright, so now let's turn and let's head this way. Let's head to the right. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll it this way, roll to the right, and then we're going to use a little bit of rudder pedal. Butler County traffic, 6252 Delta is departing the airspace to the north. Butler County traffic. So now what we're going to do is roll back a little bit. So if you look over my right shoulder, that's where we came from.
Entering final for 29, Butler County.
So look at the horizon. You see there's a road going way to the as far as you can see.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is I want you to just follow that street. Okay. So hold the nose, push the nose forward right about there, and so just kind of with your left hand steer so the airplane, and we'll do this together, but basically we want to fly straight down that road. And then we're still climbing, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go up to 3,000 feet. Just like on a simulator, if you keep this white dot on that black line by moving the control column back and forth, that's going to give you the proper attitude to keep your climb. So this replicates what you see outside. If you push the nose forward, like if the white dot goes below that line, now we're going down. If you bring it up to that little black line, that just says that we're still maintaining a climb. And then as the wind bounces us left and right, all we do is correct. So if we go like this all of a sudden, we just correct to the right. You doing okay back there, Mike? Yep. All right, so we've got about 500 feet to go. Now push the nose forward a little bit. Push forward a little. There you go. Hold that right there. Now pull back. There you go. Keep the white dot on there. And then when you see where the white dot is, just look outside. The top of your cowling should be lined up with the horizon, which kind of which makes that look correct as well. Does that make sense to you? So now just roll. There you go. We want to keep this triangle on that white dot there. Good job.
Butler County, Diamond 158, Mike Alpha on the crosswind for 29 for touch and goes. Butler County.
All right, so we're at 3,000 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the power back. So let's lower the nose first. So this right here, if you look outside, this is what level flight looks like. What I'm going to do is level us off. I'm going to use this trim to push the nose forward just a little bit. So like what I do with this trim is make an adjustment and then I release. So release your hand.
Butler County, Diamond 158.
Now see how the airplane is staying. The airplane is staying where we trim it. If I go like this, now watch. Airplane's going down on its own. So what I want to do is trim the airplane, level to the horizon, and then trim off any excess pressure that I hold here. Alrighty, so we're level. We're doing about 110, 115 miles an hour. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just do some turns. So just to get you familiarized with how the airplane turns, how it feels, and what that feeling, what it looks like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the left. So what we do is called the clearing turn. So we're going to look to our left, look under the wing, kind of lift it up. I don't see any aircraft. I don't hear anybody. So now let's go ahead and we're going to turn. We're going to roll the airplane till this white line lines up with this big white line over here. The triangle to the white line, that is 30 degrees of bank. So let's go ahead. We're going to roll in. There's 30 degrees. And now we're going to pull up a little bit. So we got to pull a little back pressure. And now we're just going to hold this position right here. And we're going to fly all the way back around to where we started. So now we're coming through the south. Our turn coming around. And what I'm doing is making a small correction as the nose wants to go up or down. Now we're in the sun. So we got to keep the turn coming around. And as we hit bumps, we just want to roll out the correction. And we're going to stop when we get to 0 or north. So in this case, so I'm looking out at the horizon. There's kind of a white water tower. And so there we go. We go the opposite direction and we level off. And now we're on a north. We're almost on a north heading. So what'd you think of that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So now let's do the same thing. Let's go to the right. And we're going to do one to the... And this, what we're doing right now, when you start learning to fly, this is exactly what your first maneuvers are going to be. Like how they're going to teach you how to control the airplane. So it looks like we are clear to the right. So now roll it to the left, or roll it to the right until this line lines up. Now pull back a little bit. So you may need both hands up for this one. So put your right hand on the controls. Put your right hand on there. Okay, so hold that attitude and then just keep bringing it around. So press with your right foot on the pedal until that centers up. All right, now pull back a little bit. There you go. And just keep that coming around. Hey, Mike. No. All right, pull the nose up a little bit more. There you go. Back a little bit more. Good job, Pete. And look at your water tower in front of us. And so now left, so roll wings level and press on the left rudder pedal. Yeah, wings level, so roll it this way. And there you go, good job.
All right.
And you did that one unassisted, just so you know. All right, so we're gonna do the same exact maneuver. The only difference is we're gonna do this one. We're gonna go to 45 degrees. You've ever heard about, a pilot pulling G's?
Yeah.
So that's the force of gravity against your body. So a 30-degree bank like the one we just did, it's 1G. It's the standard force of gravity acting upon your body. When we go to 45, which is going to be halfway between this line and this line, that's considered 1.5 G's. So 1.5 times the force of your body. So let's go ahead and do a 1.5 G turn, and we're going to do one to the left. So let's lift the left wing, look for the area. It looks like we're clear. I don't see anybody. And so now let's go ahead. Now this one, it will take a little bit more back pressure. You'll feel how heavy the nose actually gets because of the fact that we're increasing the load on the airplane. Are you ready, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to roll in, and we're going to use a little bit of left rudder. So here we go. You ready? Okay, let's roll the airplane into the maneuver. So there's 45 degrees. And now, no, don't push back. We've got to pull back right here. And so there, we're coming around at a 45-degree bank. We're climbing a little bit, so I'm going to ease the back pressure off to right about there. Coming around. And there's my water tower. So what we're going to do is we're going to right rudder, right ailerons. How was that?
That was cool.
Yeah. So let's do the same thing to the right, because the airplane looks different. All right, so we are clear to the right. So let's go to the right. Let's roll into let's get our bank set. Right there. We add some rudder to center the ball. And then we just pull back a little bit. So around we go. Into the sun. Now my eyes are outside. I'm looking at the horizon. And I'm tracing the airplane around. I'm looking for my water tower over here. Which there it is. So roll the wings level and the left rudder to stop the turn. What did you think?
Pretty cool.
Okay. So now we're going to do the last one we're going to do. And just so you know, like if you want to know where we're at, Middletown Airport is over my right shoulder. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a big field right there. So the next, we're going to do one turn, and this one is a little more uncomfortable for being in the back seat. But we're going to do this one at 60 degrees. Okay?
Okay.
You guys ready? So we are clear to the left. So we're going to roll to the 60 and then add pitch and rudder to keep us coordinated. All right, so here we go. This is 2 G's right now. So reach up and try to touch the dash. Yeah, you can feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
There's the water tower. See how much more input it takes?
Yeah.
So that was 2 times the force of gravity against your body. And I feel it in my face. I don't know where you guys feel it.
I can, yeah.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to slow the airplane down. I want you to get a feel of how slow we can go. Is there a road down by you? Can you see, is there like a road we're flying over where you can see cars and things?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one over, well, there's one over here by me. Alright, so we're just going to, actually, let's do a turn. Let's go back to the south. So all I'm doing is turning and slowing the airplane down. I'm just using the force of the air. Yeah, we're kind of in the sun this way. Alright, we'll go back this way. Alright, can you see, well, you can't really see that road, but it's okay. So look where we're at. In just that short period of time, we're down, we're doing 54 knots across the ground right now. What I've done is I've slowed the airplane down. I've got, the flaps are all the way out, and now look how much movement it takes, and we're barely, the airplane is barely rocking back and forth. So, what this does is this teaches you how to control the airplane in slow flight. And this is a configuration that we're going to need when we come in for a landing. So the airplane's going to be very, very slow, and it's going to take us a lot bigger control movements to control it. And what we're actually going to do is it's going to allow us to land at a lot slower airspeed. So the next thing what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to, Mike, are you okay if I demonstrate a stall?
Yeah.
Because you're in the back, so.
I'll feel it.
You'll feel it. So what we're going to do now is, a stall is when the airplane decides to stop flying, and what happens is the nose drops. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull power back, and so what I'm going to do is just let it fall.
Okay.
And you'll feel it. You'll feel like just a slight buffer. So that's the warning horn that's making that sound. And there it is. That's all it is. That right there is a stall.
And that's what you don't want to do.
Nope.
Yeah.
The recovery is full power, and we want to get a positive rate of climb going. And we just want to get back, to our cruise configuration, so I'm pulling the flaps out. And now, look how much, when I, hold the controls, and you want to know what trim feels like? I have a lot of trim in here right now, so try to hold the nose up, okay? As I release, use both hands, you can feel how heavy the airplane is. Feel that? Now
Yeah.
watch how easy. Now as I take the trim out, you feel how that pressure changes?
Yeah.
That's how important this little dial, this little wheel is about the trim.